Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. So it's Friday, woohoo! And we are 2 days away from the new year. So for all of you, Happy New Year. I know I'll see you guys again tomorrow, but I'm just telling you anyway. So I am picking up, it is actually Tuesday for me, and I am picking up where we left off. And we are going, here's our little pocket we just made. I'm going to go ahead and move these scissors out of my way. Oh my goodness, my desk. If you all could see the rest of my area, you'd be like, Tara, clean it up, clean it up. Now you probably wouldn't. You'd probably be like, what? What's the big deal? It's just crafting. It's just normal. No, it is totally normal, but you know, it's hard when you know that you're a mess and you can't really fix it. So I'm gonna scallop these again, this time on this corner thing, because I want it to match up with the rest of the book. I'm excited for this one. It's cute. It's gonna be kind of a quicker project, fun. You know, it came together even faster than I had expected it to. Yeah, so I think you guys are gonna like it. I hope that you, if you feel inspired, that you'll share your inspiration with me. I'd love to hear what you guys did, if you guys did anything with it. I know there's so many Folio videos, and so many that are more, I mean, you know, that are just amazing and put together in such a way that your mouth drops, you know. I don't ever feel like my mouth, or I don't ever feel like my work makes anybody's mouth drop. When you guys even hint at being impressed, I'm not kidding. I am like, really? Because I know I'm so, I don't know, you know, just me. Anyway, you know how it is. You know what I'm saying. Because you guys probably feel that way about your own work at times. I had one of you say to me, I bet you surprised yourself. And I really do. Sometimes I really do surprise myself. Honestly, I don't even realize that it's going to come out like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think most of the time I surprise myself, to be honest with you. This whole junk journal journey has been amazing for me. It's been such a eye-opener, and I am so, my glues will not flow. I've cleaned them out and everything. I don't know. I think I must have, I've probably mentioned it to you guys before. I think I must have like dry glue on the inside of the bottle, and then see, it's already like stuffing up in the nozzle. I think there must be like little tidbits of dried glue that keep going back into the nozzle and blocking it. And I keep washing out the nozzles, and it happens again. So I'm like, okay, you must have some glue in there that's not cooperating. So I'm not, because the other thing I glued around the scallops and ended up kind of gluing my opening down. So on this one, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave this open. I want this, I'm going to come up so I can see what I'm doing. I want to leave this pocket to where it's the full pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I did not put any glue like on the curve. That was my point. I want to make sure that you can actually put something in there right. Okay. There we go. Beautiful background there. Gorgeous pocket. All right. Now, I did forget, and I totally forgot. I made these for this folio. So here's a pocket I made. It's going to go onto one of these pages. I'm thinking, oh, where do I want to put this? Gosh. Actually, that would look really cute right there. And then you have the music in the background. Can you guys see what I'm talking about here? Let me move this. I can't get all of it into the picture, so sorry. It's trying to. I was thinking this one could go on the inside here. And I may go ahead and lay out some more of this ribbon so it matches on the other side. Yeah, I probably should have done this in the first place. I see where I've got this front part here. is like bubbling up. So I'm gonna, oh great, that was dried glue. Good job, T. There we go. Here, there, okay. Anyway, what I was gonna say is I'm gonna put this on here so that it kind of just flows. Yeah. That's what I was talking about with this digital kit. It's Valentine colors, but the way Lina did it, it's so, I mean, you know, there's like all these different levels of pink and rose and peach and red, and it's just very vibrant and then also very subtle, you know, just a really good eye for color, I think, on this one. On all her work, but yeah, this one really stood out to me that there was just so much to play with, I think is what I'm trying to say. Like, I wasn't limited to just red or to just pink or to a certain type of pink, or, you know, it's like, there's a little bit of everything. So there's even blue, you know, so I can kind of flow in all the different colors I love. And I really like that. So thank you, Lina, for doing such an amazing job. Yeah, that'll fit fine. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use my glue gun on this one. Oh, I have my coffee over here. Sheesh, guys. Yep, it's cold now. Good thing I like cold coffee. Okay, so should I use, I'm trying to remember if my hot glue did well on this matte paper. We're going to give it a try, because I would kind of like for it to be the glue gun. It's a little quicker, and when it dries and gets cool, you know, it really is sealed down. But I do know there was a certain paper that my hot glue was having kind of a struggle to stick to, and I couldn't remember if it was this matte. I think it'll be fine. We'll see, right? I hope I'm right. There we go. I wanted that music to show in the background. I really like that a lot. And these pieces are laid down flush because they're on top of giant pockets. You know, I've got this huge pocket here, so I did this with an opening at the top. Okay. All right, there's that one. And then I have this little beauty. So cute. I still have not decided exactly what I want to do with this guy. I'm thinking I'm going to make it a pocket. And maybe, oh, you know what? If I have it long enough, when I was going to say I could do a red, one of those gold red strips, and do a pocket and then another belly band. What do you guys think? I bet you're saying that would be good. I hope so. See, because you're not with me yet, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I'm going to hope I was hearing you right. Come on, little guy, open. He just doesn't want to open. Open, open, open. Do you guys remember that commercial? Anybody? Show of hands. Mervyn's, when that lady would go for the Mervyn's sale and she'd be like, open, open, open. I love that commercial. Anyway. Oh, I know, I'm silly. Okay. Yep, I'm going to do this as a pocket. Might as well, right? It's just sitting there asking to be made into a pocket. All right, you really need to quit. I don't know, it's so weird. It's blocking up and then it flows again. I don't know what's going on with that. There, okay. Seal that down. Yeah, this little folio is coming together really well and really easy. And I'm glad. I was worried, you know, like I said in the last video, I was kind of concerned because, you know, I think it's because after coming off of what I experienced with my nativity journal. Oh, it was really a challenge for me, as you know. And so yeah, so here's what I did with the gold. I was using a napkin, and then I realized that if I just run this over this, the indentions just pick up, you know, the indentations just pick up the gold, and you have this gorgeous leathery gold highlighted paper. So yeah, I've been hoarding this paper too forever, this red. And then I finally said, oh, that's what I was hanging on to it for Valentine's Day. And then this morning, it was funny, I went, because I'm just trying to make room on my desk, right? And I have this huge bucket that's just full of fabric scraps and lace and ribbons and stuff. And you know, I had all of those stuffed into this thing that I've been showing you forever. Well, I decided to clear that out because I just didn't have any room. So I'm in that basket that I haven't looked in over a year, my fabric scrap bag or box, and this was in there. Look at that. Isn't that perfect? I don't even know. I may have more of this. I don't even know. But the mesh, oh, and the red with the glitter, it's just so perfect. So I was like, yay. And yes, I did do that. I said, yay. Just like that. No, so anyway, this is the right size, right? I just checked it. So we're good. Yeah, we're going to have a couple of belly bands in this. We're going to have 2 little mini not mini notebooks. They're not going to be super thick notebooks, but they're going to be regular size. Oh, that can go up a little higher. There we go. There. So get this down. Okay. And what can I put on here? Decorative. I'm looking here because I want to put something that will just look pretty, and I think all of my cuts are a little too big. You know, I've got too big of cuts for this part. Now this is actually from these little pieces over here are from what I'm working on my own. I've been doing some work and using some of Lina's cuts. And I'm just looking to see if any of them, this one's got the writing on it. I was thinking that might look kind of cute. Let's see. I don't know. I'm just trying something out here, or even would this look pretty on here? You just never know until you try things. You know what I'm saying? Not that one. Oh, I did want to use a little bit more of the bling, this stuff. That would look kind of pretty. Just blinging down the middle there. We'll see. We shall see. So we have our pocket. We have that. This is a little wide for there, but oh, you know what? I think this should be on here. This is the one that opens up, and then I did some stamping. Just I don't think I finished it with you. I had it almost finished, but I went ahead and I put in some of her little cards. Okay. This one's love, and then this is the one I glued down the coffee dyed paper, and I stamped it with little hearts. So there's 3 journaling spaces, and then we're going to glue this on the back, and I'm going to glue it in as a pocket. So I think this page right here is perfect. Look at that pink, her pinks. That's what I'm talking about. This whole digital kit, just the color schemes, and because I guess the reason I'm really impressed about that is because you've got all these color schemes, but it's within this one theme. And usually, I haven't seen someone quite do as many color schemes as Lina did within a holiday theme like this, to where the gambit is covered. You know what I mean? It's not just red and white, or it's not just pink and red. It's peach and red and blue and I mean green. You've got, you know, just perfect, beautiful colors. This is really flowing now. There we go. Gave it a good push. Yes, so we're gonna do this page with this beautiful little girl. I'm gonna sit her about right there. Okay. Yeah, I had these over on the edge and I'm on my table, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I almost forgot that I had created ephemera specifically for this folio. Duh. You know, it's easy to forget stuff. Okay, there's that. I'm going to go ahead and use, while I've got this flatter surface, press this down really good. So there's your journaling space. Ah, isn't that pretty? Okay, so we have it. So here's what we have so far. You open it, and there's our lovely girl. You open this. I'm going to put something else here. You've got your journaling space there. Flip this around. You have your journaling space here. Go in here. You've got your pocket with your collage. You've got 3 tags in these pockets. Oh, you got 2 pockets. That's right. We did 2 pockets, didn't we? And then I just left this because look at that page. I mean, would you want to cover it? It's beautiful. So here we go. Flip this little guy back around. And then we come over here. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. I don't know what we're going to put under here yet, but we will find something. Flip this up. You've got journaling space here. As you can see, we've got this copy dyed flip. That's the whole width of the envelope. And then you've got your little waterfall notepad. Fully usable because it opens up. We've got it hinged in with tape so you can get to it. Okay. And then this part here is another pocket. I will put, let's see, hey, why don't we do that right now? Let's use, I had cut some of these last night. Let's use this guy. And I'm going to come over here really quick and do my little punch. Get my corners nice and scalloped and pretty. They really do add something to the look of a pocket or a card or, you know, whatever. I think. I mean, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And now, of course, we are going to add our gold. Let me grab, I'm going to use my dry wipe. Okay. And here in a second, I've already put them together. I haven't sewn them. I promised you guys I would do it with you. But now we're going to do the gold on top. Isn't that fun? It just, love it, love it, love it. And it goes on so nice. This paint is just, it's going on as smooth as it looks. Okay. There's that. And it dries so quick too. And again, I am not going to block the top of my pocket. I'm just going to go at this point right here and then do a little V or a little triangle type corner there. And then up to there. Okay. Now we're going to do this one right here. Okay. Oh, this whole center area is gonna just, oh, I hope you like this, you guys. Lina, especially you, honey, because this is to represent your beautiful, amazing work. So here we go. So we have this whole middle section. I'm gonna pull back just a little bit, okay? And then you flip this up, and now you're gonna have your little pad, and then you're gonna have your pocket, and we'll put some cards in here. Okay, so there we have that and that, and then we open it here, and we have this one, and we're gonna have, I've got to put, I think instead of covering down here, I think we'll create another piece or another pocket As a matter of fact, let's look. I bet we could do a nice pocket up here and do some shorter tags going into it, okay? Because I do not want to cover these roses. I would like for them to shine on the page. So we're going to shorten this pocket just a tad. I'm going to make it just a little more narrow. Okay, I'm going to keep these for my little scrap box. Come back over here and do some more scalloping. It's much easier with this thinner piece of paper. Okay. Oh, come on. That one's stuck. Let go. Let go. Uh-oh. It's stuck, you guys. I gotta get it to push back through. Oh, this thing is so annoying. Oh, wow. There we go. Got it. And it didn't even tear the paper. Woo-hoo. Okay. And, all right, there. Okay. Let's do our gold again. I like this part. You want to see it closer? This is the fun part. Watch how easy it goes on. I wish I were left-handed. It's kind of, my camera's up at this end of the phone. It's kind of blocking it. Can you see it okay? I hope so. Anyway, you get the point, right? I am coloring with my tempera paint stick onto this faux leather paper. There. Now, that pocket, like I said, is going to go up here at the top. Yeah. I like that. I like top page pockets. There's a reason. I love having like ribbon or crinkle seam binding coming out of the top of the page, or lace, whatever is on top of my cards, like my journaling card or my tag, coming up out of the top. I think it looks cute. So I do love to put pockets at the top of pages. I just do. I think they're fun. I'm doing the little squeeze trick that my lovely friend Pamela taught me. And there's that page. So now it is really coming together. Wow. And you know what, you guys? This red paper, I only used, oops, we're going way too close. I only used one 12 by 12 sheet for all of these accents in this folio, which I think is very cool. So, okay, so now we're going to, let's see, this is drying nicely. Is that good? I got enough glue. I might add just a tip of glue here. I think I'm a little bit shy on that corner. I want to make sure it stays down. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm going to do one more. Let's see. Oh, this might be nice to have like a writing spot right here. What do you think? I think we will. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, we're good. So, let me see. I think if we play our cards right, we could have this folio finished by either tomorrow or Sunday, which will be very fun. And it'll be the first time I've ever gotten anything done that quick. I'm going to scallop this one too, just because all of them are, so I want it to match the rest of the book. You know what I mean. My desk on this side is smaller, but it's just made of wood. It doesn't have any glass on the top like the other one. That's why I keep moving over here to the side. See, it just brings it together and makes it look much better. What did I do with it? Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay. Back to this. You gotta, if you're doing the scallops on the corners, be careful if you're distressing, because you can easily hit that too hard and, oopsie, and tear it. You don't want to do that. And also, these envelopes I used were, I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday or the day before, but the envelopes I used originally were completely white. I got them in a pack at Walmart for like $2 or $3. And I coffee dyed them. So that's why they're matching so well and all that. Okay, there we go. There's that. And I'm not going to, I don't think, Should I do this one as a pocket? I mean, I could. I guess it doesn't really hurt. I am going to, if I'm going to do it as a pocket, I'm definitely doing this. Just so. Okay. Just bear with me. It's super quick. It's just if somebody glances into their pocket, it matches the front and it's not all white and bright. Okay. Okay. Again, I'm gonna do this, and then they'll have some journaling, you know, space in the front on this one, and that'll be nice. You know, with folios, they're more geared towards storing stuff and putting memories and, you know, whatever. You know what I still need to make? I've never made one. Is I need to make a traveler's journal, and I've also never made what they call I don't even know what it's called. I'm trying to think. What is it called? It's like a folio, but it doesn't have any signatures in it, and I can't think. Maybe that's what this is. This isn't going to have any signatures in it. So I can't remember. I just heard Natasha say it the other day. Huh. I can't remember. I think it starts with a P. Anyway, so there's a pocket and then some journaling space for them. You know what I also have is, where is it? I have this really cute heart, little heart stamp, and I was thinking that I could stamp it somewhere, but I'm not sure. I think everything's kind of, you know, I kind of like where everything's at, and I don't know. Maybe up here and then do a pocket. Maybe I could do it right there. That wouldn't be bad. Let's try that. Okay. I'm going to use this one is red geranium. It's the closest I have to a red, I think. Okay, I get it. Okay. There we go. I probably should use my block, huh? I don't want it to, there. Okay. There we go. Ooh, nice. Well, a little bit sketchy right there, but not bad. Good enough. I mean, it's pretty, right? It's really cute, huh? It's got like the little stitches and everything with the ribbon. I got that one and Flagstaff on my trip. Yeah. Fun. I got a lot of stuff on that trip. Let's see. I'm looking here real quick. This is kind of cute, little pocket, and then I could do some of these in there like that. That would be pretty. And I definitely want to do some more of this edging on some of my pages. I really like this for edges. I think it's really cute. Yeah, that would look pretty. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and scallop my corners again. Let's get those taken care of here. Now this will be a really shallow pocket, but I'll just, like I said, I'll just put some smaller little things inside of it. Okay. Okay. Plus that page is narrower anyway, the way I have it, so it won't be too bad, right? Okay. I am really pleased with the way this is turning out. Yeah, it's funny when you go into, I'm not one of those people who can go in to a project and be like, oh, I have this planned and I have that planned and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I really don't do that. I have a tendency to, okay, I know I'm going to use this material, this fabric. I'm going to use, you know, I want to use these things. I think that way, but like having a visual of exactly what I'm going to do with something, no, I usually don't. And so for me, when things come together like this, it's, you know, the whole process for me is kind of, I don't want to say it as surprise, but it's a little surprising at the end for me. You know, like I said earlier, one of you said to me, I'm sure you surprised yourself. And yeah, I do. Sometimes I get surprised. I'm not sure if I want to put that right there, because when I close this, I'm wondering, let's try it. I'm wondering if that's going to bulk it up too much. It's going to be really pretty there, but I just want to make sure this can close. This seems fine. I think it'll be okay. We're going to try it. We're going to give it a shot. We are anyway. Okay, we're just going to run this up. I didn't do any sewing in this one. I don't know yet with the cover. I do know I'm going to use fabric. Let's do it like this because I can cut from down at this end better. Okay, there's that. And put that there. I really like this ribbed ribbon. Thank you so much, Pam. This is not something I would normally buy for myself when I see it. So that's the kind of thing that when I get from someone and I love it, it's such a nice surprise because I know me, and I know if I was at the store I'd be like, oh, it's pretty, but yeah, it's not my style. And then I find out later, yeah, it is your style. I like finding out that things are my style that I didn't know were. Do you guys feel that way about stuff? Do you find that you try things out and go, oh, you know, I would not normally have liked that, and then you find out that you did like that, and it's like, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm like that a lot about stuff. Like, I've told you guys before, I've fallen in love with using green, which for me was a no, I did not use a lot of green, and now I love green. So you just, with what we do, you know, you gotta kind of just let your horizons open up and enjoy, because you just never know what you're gonna find that you fall in love with that you never thought you would. Just kind of gonna do the edges here. A little bit of distress. Not a lot. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to pause the camera for just a minute because I want to get my thread, and I got to kind of dig for it. So I'll be right back, okay? Okay, guys, I'm back. So, oh my gosh, I've been wrestling with thread. My embroidery thread, all of it spilled everywhere. Oh, gee, whizzle sticks, it was horrible. So I'm just going to sew these together now. I'm going to go toward the center of this, and I'm going to do 2 of these, okay? And I had to kind of double check on exactly where I wanted to put them in the folio, because they're of course going to bulk it up some, and had to kind of gauge. Now I am going to sew this so that the bow is on the outside like I did the last time, because that's just what I prefer. And I'm going to attempt to use this embroidery floss. It is very, very slick. It comes apart super easy. I have glued the end of it, hoping that I can thread it through here evenly and utilize it. It's really pretty. If it does not work for me, I have a backup. So we'll see. We will see. And if I have to re-sew this because it doesn't work for me, I am going to turn the camera off and do that. This is a super easy one because it's just the paper thickness, like the other day when we did those little ones, the notepads. So I'm going to go in from the outside, okay? Oops, stuck to my finger. And pull that through, and then I'm going to go up to the top here, and again, just come straight through, bring it down. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom here, and bring it through again. Oopsie. Okay. All right, now we're going to, oops, this is knotted. I was going to say that didn't feel, how did you get all tangled? See, this thread is very, very weird. There we go. Okay. But it'll look so pretty against that satin paper that, yeah. Now, hopefully, if I just hold this away from it, it won't go up through those threads. Because when you bring it back up through the hole, you don't want it to go through the other threads, okay? If possible. I did it. Yay! What do you know? Shocking. Anyway. All right, so now we're going to pull this taut, and I am seeing that it's a little bit, not sure which piece, looks just like it's not quite, okay. Now, I'm going to put this on the other side. Hi guys. Okay, so I am hoping that this is going to be spliced to the other section. My shelving unit that holds my phone collapsed in the middle of shooting the video, and I'm hoping I can edit this so that everything comes back together again. Anyway, if not, we are sewing together our signature, okay? And we have two of them, not signatures, our notebooks. We have little journals that are going to go into this journal, okay? So I am struggling. This thread is very, very slippery, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make this stay in a bow on the side. I really want it to because it's pretty. However, this thread is super slick. I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and use some of my ribbon and create like a, yeah, I think I will. I think I will. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to glue this. We're going to, because this is loose, because it's very slick. The thread I chose is beautiful though, and we're going to glue it with some Fabri-Tac. Man, this thing like fell right and knocked the phone down, and I don't know at this point if you guys will see it or not, because I might be able to edit myself. Really pray that I can. I'm praying that I can. And so I won't have to, you guys won't have to see it fall. But in case I'm not able to edit it very well, I will show you what all I've done in the last section of this video. This is Friday, and we are doing the notebooks. There's going to be one signature little notebooks inside of this folio, okay? And then yeah, this is going to be the spine. It'll be pretty. Just trim that off. Okay, and hopefully, all right, get this to stick. I do have a bump there where it's that knot. I don't know if I like that. I don't think I do like that, to be honest. I don't know, you can't really see it that well. Ugh, yes. On the other one, I think I will make sure it's a little bit flatter. Okay. Here, this needs a little more glue right here. Oh, that was so upsetting. First get to see the first part, you'll hear this story. But first I had all of my embroidery floss like explode on me and landed everywhere. And then my stand, my shelving unit completely falls on top of me and dumps my phone and causes the video to go off. So there's our first one, okay? And then on the inside is more pretty digi, okay? And then there's our paper. And I also put a piece of satin paper for journaling on in there. And in this one, the other one, let me grab it here. Okay, so we're going to do exactly what we did the other day. I'm just going to use my pokey tool and go into the center here. I'm kind of reiterating again because I don't know if you guys actually are going to get to see the beginning of this video, or if I'm going to have to apologize in the comments section for the video being weird. And me starting out with just talking outright and not even saying hello. I'm hoping to edit it. And so I'm just going about, you know, an inch or so, maybe a little bit more than an inch from the top there. I'm not going in very deep. I don't want these holes to be huge. And then, oops, I think I just threw my needle away. Oh, this has been a morning. Goodness sakes. As my grandma would say, goodness sakes to Murgatroyd. Here it is. I threw my needle away. Here we go. I got it back though. Yeah, this thread is so slick. I did have to glue it together at the ends just to keep it together. Not even to thread the needle, but just to keep the thread together itself, because it's, I don't even know. I'm sure there are many of you who've used it, and it's a super slick, silky embroidery thread. Yeah. Beautiful when you're embroidering, but not so much for this, I don't think. So I think on this one, let's see. Now I'm going to go in on the outside again. So I'm going to go in this way, up the center, okay? The head of my needle's a little big, but that's all right. And then I'm going to go to the top hole and go out, bring that through, and then all the way down to the bottom and put it in through here, and then bring it back up the center. And when you bring it through the center, in case you're new to sewing books together, you're going to want to make sure that you don't see, this thread is so the only reason I used it is because it's so pretty and it looks so nice against the satin, you know. That is literally the only reason I used it. Now I'm going to hold on to this and try and stick this through the center hole without poking it through the other thread. Okay, let's see if she can do it. I don't know if I did it or not. I can't tell. Okay, looks like I did actually. Yes. So now I'm going to put this under here so that one part of the thread is on one side, okay, and the other part is on this side, and I'm going to pull it not super taut. You want to make sure it's tight, but this is a small little booklet notebook. Okay, and then we're going to, you know what, I'm going to do this one. I didn't do it first on the last one, but I'm going to now. I am going to take a little bit of glue and put it right here, only because of the slickness of this embroidery floss. I want to make sure that this is nice and glued down when it's all said and done. Okay, and pull that. I'm going to come back, and now I think I may just go ahead and do, should I do a double knot? It made it bulky on the other one. Let me see. So you can see it. It's a little bulky on that edge, and I don't like that. I'm kind of pushing it to the back. You can really feel it through the ribbon, and I don't want that. This is bulky as it is. Let's see if I just glue this, and then I glue on top of it the ribbon. I think it'll be okay, because that fabric tack will hold. So, yep, I'm just going to do one knot and pray it'll hold until I get the ribbon on top. I'm sure it will. I got it! Did you guys see? Oh my gosh, I got it! I am telling you, this has been an experience trying to get this together. I'm going to use regular embroidery thread because that stuff is crazy. And I just don't want to fight with it anymore. Ugh. I'll just use this pink. It's fine. We're just going to resew that. Oh, Tara, honey. Maybe I should just... These are all torn into pieces. This whole thing is somehow I cut it. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to use it. What'd I do with it? Sorry, you guys. I apologize. That thing falling kind of really threw me. And it's not like I can't just not finish this video because this one's an important video. If it were just me, I would just say, oh, never mind, I'll redo it. Or I'll do another video. But this is for Lina, and I can't just... Oh my goodness, where is it? I just had it. It was here. Oh, for heaven's sake, Tara, honey. What did you do with it? Here it is. I found it. It's in my bag. All right, here, let's try this again. Okay. I am going to pause and redo this, and you guys don't have to watch me a second time, okay? I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. So, I had no problem sewing it again. It just worked right away, which was nice. And I didn't cut it this time, which was also nice. Oh, I'm going to be glad when I am done with this video. I'll be honest, I've got myself so in a tether. See what I mean? I'm just... it's not you guys, it's me. It was my thread and then my silly camera falling and oh, so flustering. But praise God, I'm not alone. I don't have to, I don't have to freak out. It's all right. Just sometimes things don't always go as planned, correct? And we have to adjust our expectations. It's funny because that's something that the Lord's really lately been talking to me and Courtney about is, sometimes when you have expectations, you find yourself getting disappointed when things don't happen exactly the way you had expected them to. And so, and I had an experience years and years ago where the Lord had told me outright, don't go to work expecting a certain task to be yours that day, because I had a boss who would just change my, he would just change my schedule around and flip me upside down. And when I was working, it was for a florist, and he would have me working in the store, the office, or driving. Well, he had me assigned to particular days where I would do these different tasks. And I would go to work thinking I'm going to be in the office, so I would dress for the office, and then he'd tell me, oh, you're going to be driving today. I didn't have a driver. Stuff like that. And I'd be like, seriously? I'm not dressed for that. Yeah, it was just really hard. And one day the Lord told me, you need to quit going into work expecting it to be one way when there's a big chance that he may have changed his mind. And so, yeah, it really took a lot of pressure off of me when I stopped having that expectation all the time. And so, yeah, I need to remember that. I'm putting these threads away real quick, and I'm trying to find, I have some material that I need to get to if I can. Let's see. Don't tell me it's in the drawer, because I could have sworn I had it out and ready to use. All right. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to pause again, you guys. I apologize. Here we go. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to use some of that towel that I get from Walmart, because the cloth I've chosen is see-through kind of, and you can see the coffee stains. And so I'm going to use this as a base underneath, and then I'm going to put this on top, and we'll decorate this. Okay, and it's floral and white and lacy and pretty, and I figured we could put some red, some pinks, you know, just whatever we feel like. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this, and I'm hoping that the camera doesn't fall, that my stuff doesn't fall. I've had, even since I had the camera on before, I've had quite the time. It just seems like it was going so smooth this morning. I did the video for yesterday, and then this video has just been kind of a nightmare. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was not good. So we're only going to have this, we're going to have this like, with the edges out. I knew I wanted to do this. I don't want to tuck it around and sew it or anything like that. Pull back so you guys can see a little better. So I'm just taking it to the edge, and it's going to be set so that it looks, you know, kind of, you know, how I like it. Torn and kind of edgy and old, and yeah. So this part, there we go, and this side is good. Just gonna trim here and try to tear that evenly, and then cut this here and tear. Okay. Okay, and then all right. Now I'm hoping that the other material will tear down as nicely as this one did. This one is just the perfect cotton for tearing. I mean, it really is. These towels, if you have not tried these yet, to kind of create your own vintagey looking cloth, you can color dye these, you know, with coffee dye, tea dye, all of that. They take on a really nice color. They're very thin muslin type cotton. Yeah, and they're cheap, which is what makes them the best of all. Now I have, like I said, I have no idea how this one will tear. It's a lacier material, so I'm probably going to end up cutting. Yeah, I think I will. And then probably edging it with some ribbon. Okay. So I'm going to bring it just on the inside of the other material, because I'm going to bring like I'll probably bring an edge, a trim of some kind on this. So I just need to get this. See, and that's the bad part about not having a big enough space. I don't even have the room really to lay this out. To cut it, you know, I have a issue with that every time I do my materials, and that's why a lot of this kind of stuff I don't end up doing on camera as much, because it is a bit of a hassle. So, but I am showing you guys the whole thing as much as possible, and after the fiasco of it falling in my face and you may be missing part of it, I sure hope I can bring that part of the video in and edit it together. I'm going to try. I haven't tried to do any editing on my new computer, so we'll see. I was laughing today because I've had so many of you thank me that I don't edit, because you like to see like the whole process and you enjoy seeing the mistakes and, you know, all of it. And then, oh darn it, I just cut that material. So I was laughing because Carrie, on one of the comments I read on that video I watched of his this morning, he they said, thank you so much that you edit. I was like, you know, you just never know how, you know, people, everybody is so different. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was really funny. Okay, I'm going to cut this long, I know, but I don't want to cut that material again. And I'm in a bad spot, so. I can't believe I cut that. That really is annoying. See right here, I accidentally cut it right there. So, yeah. I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll figure something out, but when I glue it down, I'll probably just fix it so that it's... Okay, I'm going to bring this just to inside of this other material, because like I said, I am going to use like a ribbon or a trim to cover the blunt edge of the lacy material that's going to be on top. Okay, there. So I'm going to cut it just to inside of the cottony material, because its rough edges are what I want on around the edge of the folio. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get this down. Bring it in a little closer. I think I need to turn this just a little bit. So all we're gonna do now basically is just glue this down. Okay, I'm going to be using fabric tack around the edges, and just going to take it all the way around the edge. Okay. It's going to have I have a lot of trims and a lot of fun things planned for it, hopefully so. And then I'm just going to kind of swirl this around over the whole thing. I knew I didn't really want to sew on this one, so that's why if I had wanted to do some sewing on it, I would have done that from like the beginning. Before I ever put everything together. So I'm making this, you probably can't even see what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I am bringing this just over the edges, okay, so that the threading is kind of hanging over a little bit. I'm just stretching it so that, yep, that one's going to be, if I can pull this off, it'll be a miracle. Lord help me. I can't even tell you how many times I've asked him to help me with my crafting, with any of my art, honestly. He really does care about every little aspect of our lives. People look at me like I'm crazy, like my husband. He laughed at me one day because I told him I even pray about my eyebrows. When I was a child of this, I was born in the 60s, but I was a child of the 70s and 80s when we were all, cutting our eyebrows or plucking our eyebrows to death. And so, yeah, I don't have very good eyebrows now. And I have to continually, draw them on every day. I've never had tattoos or any of that. And I get up in the morning and I pray. And when I do my eyebrows, I'm like, Lord, I need your help today because, you know how they are. And you know what? He answers that prayer. He does. I'm serious. I read somewhere the other day where somebody said they just didn't believe that a God, if he was really that big, wanted anything to do with our finite lives, and that's so sad because he's so personal. You know what I mean? I know you do. And if you know him, you know what I'm saying. And he loves being a part of our lives and us asking him for help on things like that. You know, it's who he is. He is a personal God. Yeah, so as you can see, he just helped me with this little nick. It's fitting right to the edge, and you can't tell there's a cut there. And when I put this down, it'll cover it. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He just is such a good God. Now this would actually look really cute even without an edging, but I love to fancy up my, you know, my stuff. I see this is off somewhat right here. I'm going to trim just this little edge is kind of poking out. I think it's probably a miracle that I even have edges that are even mildly straight because of the way I cut. I do own a cutting board, but it doesn't fit anywhere. So, like I said, don't have the space to lay it out. I was looking at those big, giant, beautiful cutting boards for sewing the other day at Walmart, and I was laughing because I was like, I don't even have enough room in my living room to even, you know, put one down. I'm like, yeah, that wouldn't work for me. Okay. I'm going to do this little by little because this Fabri-Tac I found was drying too quickly on the other piece of material, and I want this to stay down. So, okay, so I'm gonna, there we go. Hopefully I didn't pull that too far. I think that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna get my dry wipe. And just keep going along, and I'm just putting it pretty thick. Okay. I do not want this coming up. This is pretty material. I got it from, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if it's Hobby Lobby or if it was Joann's, but I think, oh, you know what? Yeah, I think it was Joann's. Yeah. I just fell in love with it. There's my neighbors again with the motorcycle. Constant motorcycle with that guy. He doesn't even go anywhere. I mean, I think he's just working on it constantly. You know? You know how men will fix a car or whatever, or truck or whatever, and they'll try it out. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what it is. I don't know if this bottle is gonna go all the way with me on this. I don't think it's gonna hurt because, like I said, I'm gonna be hot gluing some stuff on top of this, and that hot glue will seep right through and really glue this whole thing down. So there's gonna be places where it won't even matter. This is going to be pretty, you guys. I do believe. I hope. I keep thinking about the video, and I'm so scared I'm not going to be able to splice the two videos together. I hope I can. I've done it one other time when I first started, and it was with my other computer. And so I'm thinking, surely with my new computer and better programming and better room space on my computer and stuff, I'll be able to manage to do it. I really don't want you to miss what we did at the beginning. That's why. Because the beginning video of the video is where I did a lot of the decorating. So, you know. Of course, now if I try to splice this together, it's probably going to be too long. So I think once I get this glued down, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. And because the other part of the video is about a half hour long, and if I put the two together, you know, I've got my hour, and then I'll be working on that the rest of the afternoon, trying to put it together. Oh, by the time you guys see this, I will have gotten all this fixed, and I will be over my angst. I'm very angsty right now because of what happened. Well, it's just that my whole shelf like collapsed on me and landed in my lap, and I caught it just in time, but the phone landed down at my feet, and so it kind of upset me, as you can imagine. So there we go, girls. That is the, let's see, where's the front? Okay, so that is going to be our little cover so far, okay? Pretty? Nice? Yeah. And then just in case you didn't see me, or I don't get to fix this, okay, I'll show you. So we have this part here, okay? Opens up, and you've got your journaling, your little journaling space inside, and then you've got this one that twists open, and we did a bunch of goodies in here. We put a pocket, we put another pocket, there's tags here, tags there, and this just closes back up with this little hinge, okay? And then we have our spine, we have our flippy here that goes up with our little belly band, okay? Flippy watercolor fall pad, and then we have a pocket right here, which I cannot get to look. There we go. I have a pocket right here. We have a pocket here. Okay, over here. We haven't decorated this yet, but we have glued this in as a pocket. Here's another pocket here. Then we put this piece in. Oh, and then we put this piece in that we did the other day together. So we made both of these pieces of ephemera together. There's another pocket here. And then this flips over, journaling space with a pocket, and this is a pocket and a belly band, and I'm not sure yet what we're going to put there. So that's where we're at. Okay, guys, I love you. Have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Happy crafting.